Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi. In my previous video, I mentioned that I might be posting the Work in Progress Space Command prequel in regards to the fires and what's going on right now with global warming. Now, for those of you who don't believe in global warming, believe it's a hoax, you don't have to watch this. But my personal opinion, and the opinion of scientists, real scientists, is that, of course, global warming is real. It's getting hotter every single year, and fires and floods and hurricanes are getting ever more insistent and strong and frequent. So years ago, I ran into Neil deGrasse Tyson at the gym, and I asked him, if you were going to bring something from space that would help turn around global warming, what might it be? And he said, let me think about it. And then a few days later, he came back to the gym when I was there, and I was running on the treadmill, and he got on the treadmill next to me, walking, and it took him 30 minutes to explain what he had in mind. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting. So I wrote the prequel, which we recorded as an audio play, and I've been having the wonderful Tahani Farr illustrate as a graphic novel, which is almost done, just a few pages from being done. And we have combined them into an animated storyboard, thanks to the wonderful Dave Edison, who has done a great job with this. So this is just my thoughts on this subject. And also I had wanted to do a prequel because I wanted to show where a lot of our characters, sort of their origin stories. So it's not complete, but it's getting there, almost done. So here's United Planet, the prequel to Space Command, and something that talks a good deal about what's happening right now around us.
Space Command, A Hopeful Vision, by Mark Scott Zickery and Elaine Zickery. Starring Michael Harney, Mira Furlan, Bill Mumy, Robert Picardo, Doug Jones, and Neil deGrasse Tyson as himself. Created by Mark Scott Zickery and Elaine Zickery. "30 years from now."
They say the Emperor Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Turns out the story's bullshit. But that's what we were doing for decades, heating the world up while we were turning a buck, fighting our stupid wars till the whole shebang went up like a matchstick. Sank under the waves, people lost their homes, starved, died by the millions. Here we are in this friggin' hellhole. What do they call this one? Sri Lanka.
Maintaining cruising altitude.
Still fighting each other like it matters. Christ. What do we got here?
Hunter-killer drones, 200 miles and closing.
Launch decoys. Come on.
Decoys ineffective. Drones still locked on target. 50, 40,
There you are, you
30,
bastards.
20, 10, 9, 8, 7, impact imminent. 5, 4,
Arm ejection seat.
ejection seat on.
Eject. Gonna be pretty. God damn it. There's the other one coming right for me. Get this goddamn shit off me. That ravine is narrow. I can't follow me down here. So of course it converts to a land predator. Today's going great. This will be my birthday. Oh. Yeah, I got a gun too, big boy. It does any good. Cat. Leap it.
Now you stay in bed and leave those bandages alone.
I should be dead.
I wouldn't let you off that easily. I found you in the ravine, brought you here, tended your wounds.
Where's here?
In the jungle, where your satellites can't see us.
You got a name?
I'm Anoka Chandemol.
Peace activist. What'd you call that movement of yours?
United Planet.
Yeah, that's one. Everyone in the world's supposed to join hands and sing We Are the World, right?
Not at all. We just believe if we're to save the world, we must do it ourselves. That our leaders are selfish, greedy, and short-sighted.
You forgot to mention crazy.
If you'd like, I could give you a membership application.
Bad patient, but a good audience. Listen, I've been ungrateful. As soon as I'm up and about, I'll get out of your hair.
I'm afraid in that you're mistaken, Captain Kemmer. I don't believe random mischance brought you here. The future has a purpose for you.
At the same time, a world away in Australia. Our continent's on fire.
Units 1 through 6 set up cross-current stream at 90 degrees. Units 12 through 19.
Alert. Alert. Reaching maximum operational temperature. Prime circuitry malfunction.
Primary and secondary systems overloading. Malfunction. Damage to core functions. All units. All log.
Well, Mr. Mazzy, this test of your firefight machines has fallen somewhat short of an unqualified success.
Clearly there's room for improvement.
Improvement? The whole world's burning, and your robots aren't smart enough to beat the bitch back.
No one's our Prime Minister. We need something with instinct, intuition, consciousness. We can only simulate it, not create it.
Well, I sincerely hope you come up with something soon, Mr. Genius Inventor, or the future will be as burnt to slag as your robots.
My mother brought me the gift of the past.
They speak to us, the museum's ancient artifacts, enfolding us like the arms of humanity. You see, Vaughn, my darling, a vase that Caesar might have looked upon.
It's so beautiful.
All those who have gone before, other cultures, distant times.
My mother's own childhood had been darkness.
You! Stop there! Stop!
I'm scared.
Run! Run, child!
Yes, you can.
I don't want.
What are you doing there?
Go.
Mama! Papa!
But she promised me a future that was bright.
You'll grow up to be a famous archaeologist, my darling, and we'll travel to wondrous places together.
But that future wasn't to be.
We've run all the diagnostic tests, Mrs. Odara. The results are unequivocal. There is no easy way to say this.
Then just say it.
You have Huntington's chorea.
I saw my mother slowly crumble.
Let me wheel you to the window, Mama. It's a beautiful day.
Unable to move.
I hurt.
Driven to madness. Until at last...
Any last words you'd like to say for your mother?
No, except that at last she's at peace. Which is more than I could say for myself. Because I, too, had that gene.
I'm sorry, Dr. Odara. Your results aren't good.
The future holds nothing but the very darkness from which my mother hoped to shield me. So what is there to do? Accept my fate? Huntington's disease, experimental trials, or change the story?
Sign this.
It waives all my rights. So, I rolled the dice.
I know this is agonizing. All the other subjects stopped by this point. Do you want to?
No.
Incredible. Her DNA is changing as we watch.
And it works. A miracle. But with a twist. Come in.
Delivery for you, Dr. Odara.
Thank you. Roses. And a note. Your archaeology students love you. Get well soon. Well, I'll just put these in water. Ow! Foolish not to know roses have thorns. I'll just have to... Why, that's incredible. I'm healing instantaneously. Yes?
May we come in?
Doctors, to what do I owe this honor?
Dr. Iftikhar has disappeared with his notes.
Why? Was it money? Patent issues?
No, other patients. There were less positive results, and his protocols.
We'd like to keep you here for more tests.
For how long?
That's hard to say. We might get lucky.
Something was wrong. They were evading. And I had not volunteered to be a guinea pig for the rest of my life. Taxi! I lived through that hell to add to the world's enlightenment, not serve the curiosity and greed of the pharmaceutical companies.
Destination?
Anywhere but here.
Insufficient address.
The nearest airport? This isn't like anything else we found at Petra.
What do you think it is, Dr. Odara?
I've no idea. I just know it's beautiful. And not from here.
Well, your instincts were right, Dr. Odara. We found one very much like it in the caverns here on Mars.
Mars? I know I am in this life to shine a light on the wonders that beckon to us. For myself and my daughter. Sleep, my darling Yelena. So I keep my secrets and plan an adventure even my mother never dreamed of on Mars.
Papa, slow down.
Your uncle has flown all the way to New York to see his favorite nephew, Yusef. And you think we should insult him by being late? When we have just to go across town? Hey, watch it. Sorry. Excuse me. How do you plan a future for yourself and your kids?
Record heat wave for 25th year in a row.
When the present's such a nightmare. Because your parents and grandparents ruined the planet.
What's happening to the water? The Hudson! The water! It's rising up!
What's that coming out of the water?
Gas! It's a cloud of gas!
It's coming right for us.
Run, Yusef!
Papa, the cloud is coming for us!
We can't outrun it. There has to be something. That sporting goods store. This way. Locked. That planter. Stand back, Yusef. Move! Where is it? Where is it? It has to be here.
What are you looking for, Papa?
There! The scuba gear. Good. Air in the tank. Oh, but there's only one. Yusuf, sit here on the floor.
But...
Breathe through this. And put this mask on your eyes and nose. Good. Good. Don't take them off until someone finds you.
Papa.
Promise me.
I promise.
Oh, my beautiful boy.
Papa, don't go.
There it is. The gas. Like a roiling beast. A son should not see his father die. All these poor men and women. Chickens come home to roost. The future is worth fighting for. Even if you won't be there to see it.
Atmosphere nominal.
Air's breathable again. That's better. Too late for them, though. Oh, God. Another child? Little boy.
Hey, this one's alive!
Well, what's your name, kid?
Yusuf Sikander.
Well, Yusuf, God sure smiled on you today.
Tonight on Galloway at Large, Neil deGrasse Tyson talks Killer Cloud. Brought to you by Eterna Youth, where Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't just a genius.
I'm also a customer. Global warming flattened the temperature gradient from the equator to the poles. You know what this does? It stops the oxygen-rich Gulf Stream from circulating back along the ocean bottom. And when that happens, it's death to all oxygen-breathing life down there. The anaerobic bacteria on the seafloor proliferates, and it excretes toxic gases that build up and erupt out of the water, poisoning all New Yorkers, and in fact the entire east coast of North America.
And you say there'll be more of these incidents?
Well, we think it's happened before, and we're on the brink of it undoubtedly happening again, unless we can somehow cool down the ocean and get the Gulf Stream running again.
How can we do that, especially considering that the polar caps have melted?
Well, suppose you might go into space and maybe lasso an ice comet and bring it back to Earth, somehow tether it to the pole, cool down the Arctic Ocean once again.
Like a big ice cube? I think I saw that gag on Futurama when I was a kid. Dr. Tyson, I hate to break it to you, but Earth is not a glass of lemonade.
I said it might work, not that the idea isn't crazy.
The crap they say on TV.
I'm giving a little talk. Want to come?
A little talk. Looks like 1 million people on this hillside.
Thousands, not millions, but growing. And our computer feed reaches around the world.
What's that for?
For coming. Try not to blow anything up during my speech. My friends, I am so glad many of you have brought fans and parasols. It's a hot day. I promise I won't talk for long, but let me start by saying this. Future generations will look back at our time in outrage, uncomprehending. We had the money and technology to feed everyone. shelter everyone, cure everyone. Yet our leaders did nothing. Why? Because greed has driven them mad. Sane people want a better future for their children. They want clean air and water. They want a climate that doesn't boil away their hopes and dreams and tomorrows. We must all be sane now. We must take action. And so our motto for ourselves and the world is sanity at last. So, Captain Anson Kemmer, what did you think of my little talk?
What do you want me to do? I'll say this for her, she's not shy about asking favors.
Coming up on the comet, Captain.
Yep. Crazy damn idea. You ever watch Futurama, Lieutenant Chilton?
No, sir. But my grandmother loved it. Why do you ask?
No particular reason. That is one big hunk of ice. We are here to lasso it. Time to call the Armada. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you are hearing me in your own languages on your various ships. First off, let me personally thank you for the risk you're all taking going rogue to do this, while our governments argue over protocols. We are about to attempt the impossible. I need each of you to verify you're up for the task.
We are indeed, Captain Kimmer.
Oui, mon capitaine.
Jawohl, mein Kapitän. Hey, Tanshu. Ne. Da, absolut.
Sherry, Captain.
Seguro.
Chilton?
All accounted for, Captain.
We have a rodeo. All right. On my mark. Fire!
There you are, and there you go. Keep moving.
God in heaven!
The North Pole. Please adjust your seats to the upright position, because here's where it gets tricky, boys and girls. Easy. Easy. Now! Son of a bitch, we did it!
Hell of a party, huh, Gris?
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Well done, Captain.
Thank you, Lieutenant. And if all goes as advertised, we might just get a Gulf Stream again. My hat's off to you, my fellow co-conspirators. Now, back to your respective barns. And try not to get lined up against a wall and shot.
Stand down, Captain Kemmer. You're under arrest.
Yeah, I figured something like that. I'm all yours, Captain Parkhill.
Tonight, Neil deGrasse Tyson, gobsmacked.
I always thought my plan was crazy, until someone even crazier went out and did it.
Anson Kemmer, you are charged with stealing a Space Command flagship and leading a foreign armada of our allies and enemies to capture a comet and hurl it at the Earth.
I landed it soft as a feather.
Silence!
This court-martial has ended.
But, sir...
Come with me, Colonel.
General Haldeman, he's as guilty as sin, and you know it.
That comet cooled the ocean and got the Gulf Stream going again. Cast your eyes on that screen, Colonel. U.S. Space Command just got 100 million emails. Your criminal is a hero to the world.
Well, who could possibly organize this?
So, I take it you're a free man.
Hello, beautiful.
Outside this ship, Mr. Mazzy, is Ceres, a nondescript planetoid in the asteroid belt. Only, take a look at this rock.
That blue glow is beautiful, but I've come a long way for a bauble.
Oh, no bauble. It's Iridium-6, and only Ceres has it.
And only you and I know that.
For a price?
Well, if it does everything you claim...
Oh, that and more, Mr. Mazzy.
That blue glow is every bit as dazzling in his eyes as it was in the initial sample. He's magnificent.
I will take that as a compliment.
What are you going to call him, husband of mine?
What he represents for a struggling humanity. A doorway into heaven.
You're kidding.
All right, shorter then. Door Nevin.
That makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. He's one of a kind. For now.
The years melt like ice on a hot day. And before you know it, kids are grown and have kids of their own. Name?
Yusef Sikander.
Marital status?
Widower.
Children?
A boy, Odin, in boarding school on Mars.
Your experience as a mining foreman on Earth is impressive. Sure you won't go running back as soon as you get a better offer?
There's nothing there for me.
Well then, welcome to Mazzy Patillo, Sikander, and the Iridium-6 mining facility.
Iridium-6.
Very rare and very valuable. You know what it'll be used for?
To make some kind of robots.
Synthetic human beings that are fully conscious.
Fully conscious. That's more than you can say of me. I'm Yusef Sikander, your new foreman. Now, I'm an organic human and you are all synthetic ones, but I don't see any reason we can't all work well together. Especially considering you all have inhibitor chips that require you to follow orders unconditionally. Sorry about that.
A hopeful future. I cannot imagine one.
I'm transmitting your commands for the day.
It would be one without masters. But that is not possible for those like me. So one day just follows another.
You needn't say it, Jim. Yes, I'm on my prayer rug again.
What's the point of that? You're not even on the planet.
Sometimes, I honestly don't know.
Things can get better, but they don't do it by themselves. Vandenberg, the 30th Space Wing, and there she stands, son. The Thomas Paine. Your first assignment as a pilot.
What's Parkhill like?
He's been stuck at captain 30 years. That pretty much says it all.
I understand.
3 words of advice. Don't disappoint me.
Anson, I swear, you go sit in the car and let me talk to our son. Shoo! A father like that, it's a wonder you didn't become a long-distance runner.
Any words of advice, Ma?
Let compassion guide you, Jack.
That's pretty hard in the military.
Especially in the military. There is nothing that absolves you from your humanity.
I'll keep that in mind.
Look inward, and you'll be fine.
Voorhees? Kimmer? We ready to rock and roll?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You Ever been to Mars, Lieutenant Kemmer?
No, sir.
Well, there she is. Dead ahead.
Captain, I'm picking up a distress call.
Let's hear it.
If anyone can hear us, our engines and controls are malfunctioning. We need help. Urgent help.
She's coming into atmosphere off angle from her heat shield. Heating up fast.
Is there any intel on her?
Flight plan says it's Dr. Yvonne Odara and her daughter, heading in system to Mars.
Put on the coal, Lieutenant Kemmer. But don't get too close until we can assess.
Yes, sir. A hopeful future? We create it one choice at a time. And I plan to make mine count.
A Space Command Studios production.